What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. Today you guys are going to get to see my face, not something that happens too often recently, and we're talking about something that has been a problem on this channel, which is of course clickbait. Now I kind of didn't want to make this video because Gbay pretty much made the exact same video that I'm making right now already, so shout out to Gbay, he did it first, check him out, give him some love. But with the amount of comments revolving around it and the absolute catastrophe of a decision that I made yesterday, it was obviously something that I had to address personally, and a lot of you guys might not have seen Gbay's video on it anyway. So first I want to address the idea of clickbait, because there's a little bit of a misunderstanding among some people as to what qualifies as clickbait and what does not. Clickbait, at least on YouTube, is when the title or thumbnail or both of a video set the expectation for the video to be something different to what it actually is. This makes the video misleading and as a result pretty much ruins it because the viewer gets tricked into watching something that they didn't want to because of the clickbait. Now, a sensationalized or over-exaggerated title is not really clickbait. It's only clickbait if the video itself does not deliver on what the title promises. If you have a sensationalized or an over-exaggerated title, but then the video is about that exact very thing, that's not clickbait because it wasn't misleading. The video was about exactly what you think it would be about from the title. It does make your video a little bit more exciting and it certainly makes it more appealing to click on, but there's a distinction between the two. And with that said, the video that I made about the Warwick rework yesterday was absolutely clickbait. There's no argument there. When I published the video, I didn't really think it was, and I thought the video delivered on the topic, but it did not. The title was misleading and the video didn't deliver at all, and that was not okay, and I messed up big time with that, and there's no excuse for doing that, and I'm gonna do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. It wasn't something I did on purpose, but it was a big mistake on my part, and I take full responsibility, and once again, I'm gonna make my absolute best to make sure it doesn't happen again, and if it does, please call me out on it, and I'm really sorry that you guys had to deal with that. And this Warwick video is a good example of a video that was legitimately clickbait, but let's compare it to a different video that I made a while back. This video was titled 8 Unbelievable Abilities That Could Have Existed in League of Legends, and that video used a thumbnail of a graphic of what one of the 8 abilities potentially could have looked like. And in that video, I spent the entire duration talking about 8 abilities that could have existed in League of Legends. Were they completely unbelievable? No, of course not. But they were pretty cool. I could have titled that video something much less exciting. That video easily could have been titled something like 8 scrapped abilities in League of Legends. But that title is just boring. It makes the video seem a lot less interesting on its first glance, and it certainly would have made that video a lot less successful. My number one goal as a content creator has always been to make the absolute best possible content that I can, as frequently as possible, and exaggerating a little bit on my titles and making an appealing thumbnail is something that drastically improves the success of a video without dramatically obscuring or ruining the content at all. I spent probably 15 hours, maybe a little bit more, and an editor also spent a lot of time on that video as well, and it came out as a really awesome video that we put a lot of time and thought into. The title and the thumbnail don't take away from that because they weren't misleading. A more exciting or more interesting title does not conflict with the content of the video, and it doesn't hurt the video at all. But what it does is make the content that I already put a lot of time and effort into significantly more successful. YouTubers sensationalize their titles because it works really well. It's a super simple thing to do that can as much as triple, sometimes even quadruple, the amount of views and new subscribers that you get from one individual video. And you guys watch my channel for the videos themselves, and as long as I'm working hard to make sure that there's an awesome video behind the sensationalized title, then it's not really something that hurts the viewing experience. And it's a really simple but powerful way to bring the content that I pour my heart and soul into to a wider audience. And at the end of the day, any extra money very much does get reinvested into improving my production value, making better videos, making more videos, and overall just doing the best job that I can as a content creator. One thing I don't talk about that often actually is that YouTube for me is not my hobby, it's not my job, it's evolved into just so much more. It's my business. I hire a lot of people to help me do stuff and invest a vast majority of the income I get from just everything into paying editors, employees, and working on other random projects. And my philosophy behind this has always been that I want to hire people, I want to use editors and all that good stuff, not so that I have less work for myself, but so that I can do more overall. If this channel was a solo adventure, I would probably be uploading 2, maybe 3 times a week instead of 6 or 7, and the videos I upload would be much lower quality as well. And on top of that, we have the Overwatch channel that I'm putting a lot of time into and taking very seriously, and I want to start more channels in the future too. And finding ways to make my already existing videos more successful helps me do all of these things. I'm currently seeing if I maybe want to make a Hearthstone channel, and it's very likely that I'll have a 3rd, maybe even a 4th channel by the end of the year, and there's only so many hours in the day, you know, I do as much as I possibly can, but with the amount of stuff that I want to do, it's just flat out impossible without hiring other people. And doing all that stuff to me is just so much more awesome than just doing some work, collecting a paycheck at the end of the month, and then putting everything into my bank account, or like buying a nice car or some luxury crap that I don't really need. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than it looks, and I'm super excited to see what we can do in the future. However, misleading clickbait is something that is just not okay to do, because it completely ruins the video. And if my goal as a content creator is to make the absolute best possible content as I can, as often as I can, misleading clickbait is something that is just flat out unacceptable. Making an already good video more appealing to click on is good marketing, and it's important to be successful, but please call out actual clickbait when it does happen, but do try and understand the need to make titles and thumbnails a little bit more interesting, a little bit more appealing as a content creator. So with all of that said, I definitely want to say thanks to everyone for supporting me in the work that I do, and definitely thank you for holding me to a high standard, because that Warwick video was not okay. And you guys were super quick to make that super clear, and I appreciate you guys holding me to that standard, because it does show that you guys really care about my work. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully this video explained things nicely. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.